celebrating our 25th anniversary for RIM, a company I started when I was still in university. And we just simultaneously celebrated our 10th year anniversary for the BlackBerry. We introduced the BlackBerry in 1999. And we've been focused on this for so long, sometimes we forget our humble beginnings. What I really wanted to get across to you is that wireless data, in many ways, really happened first in Canada. We've seen wireless data around the world. We've heard of wireless data networks and technologies. We've heard of the European technology adoption of GSM and all these other technologies. But what you have to understand is, I was 27 years old in Canada when the very first wireless data systems were installed by this pioneering renegade organization called Rogers Cantel. You remember that organization by any chance? So back in 1988, the very first wireless data systems were being put in. These were wireless data systems that were based on cellular technology. And to just give you an idea of how far this industry has come, we're running in 12.5 kilohertz channels. We're running 8 kilobits per second. Raw data rate. Sounds exciting, doesn't it? But here's the important part. The value was there, even back then. I remember while Rogers and the other cellular companies were basically trying to sell and be very successful selling voice minutes, just voice minutes. We were in the basement of Rogers facilities unpacking the very first boxes of wireless data equipment. This was equipment that was being manufactured by a company called Ericsson. You may have heard of them. And it was brand new technology. And I remember being given the chance to work with this technology by another pioneer in this industry, Tom Perner, who was president of Rogers Wireless. And I remember meeting with one of his senior directors, another individual by the name of David Neal. And I remember them asking us if we understood this technology. And of course, you're 27 years old, you've got a business. You say, of course I do. The next thing they say, well, the documentation hasn't been translated yet. It's still in Swedish. Do you think you could put the equipment together? I said, well, as luck would have it, my partner, Michael Barnstein, is from Scandinavia, and I believe he knows how to read Swedish. I asked him, can you read Swedish? He said, I think I can. And we were told, if you could put all this equipment together and make it all work, you get a contract. And this is really how it happened. We pulled out the manuals. The manuals were half English, half Swedish. We got everything working, and we realized that this was the future. Think of it, back in 1988, we were students in university. We were using email. We were working with digital signal processing. We were working with networking, the beginnings of the internet. We were even working with technology called Telecom. I don't know how many of you remember Telecom. It was the beginnings of scalable vector graphics and graphics technologies. And we saw the future. The future was happening here in Canada. This is a very exciting time. We started working with Rogers Cantel, and then of course later on with all the carriers, in building up the technology necessary to make all this work. So one of the things that we can all take great pride here in Canada is that much of today's wireless data revolution actually happened here. You could go back and you could see that technology starting here, being tested here, being developed here, and being perfected in this country. And literally from that point on, from 27 years old on, myself and my partners in the company have been working to perfect this technology. And so, it's very exciting to see how our vision back then and the exposure to the technology we had with our local education institutions, the research that's being done, the visionary carriers that were putting this technology in and making the investments back then, to see that after 20 some odd years, to see that kind of technology becoming this emerging phenomenon worldwide, this incredible opportunity to have data at your fingertips and be able to communicate with anyone anywhere in the world in seconds. It's really an exciting thing to happen.